Can we do it again? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, that was real bad.
In most cities, you will find that the mayor is a strong voice leader with a strong opinion and leadership skills to match. But this is called gentrification.
Right.
Okay? Nothing more, nothing less. It's gentrification. It's an effort. This whole corridor right here. See what's out here?
If you have an opinion, let us know. We'll share it. We'll talk to you. Ryan will debate you if you want.
No, I
He's
won't.
up for that.
Jeez.
Chief forecaster Dakota
Picking
Hunter
on me again.
is
Get outta here.
watching the skies.
That'll set us. Blah, 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 blah.
That's clouds. Those clouds, those damn clouds. Those damn clouds almost actually caused me to crash on a Southwest Airlines 737 jet, if you could believe that.
I'm not a big fan of hot coffee.
This is going to be your
on
best
hot days.
summer ever. That's why you're thinking cool everything. Cool iced coffee.
Gosh. We don't need to talk about
Okay.
that.
All right. Do we? All right.
No, we don't. We will be thinking cool
Cool
this
everything.
weekend.
How's that summer coming, by the way?
Oh, it's pretty good.
Nice.
It's pretty good.
Any embarrassing moments lately?
Justin still hasn't shown us that ring.
Oh my
What
gosh.
ring? There's
Yeah,
a ring?
We can't bring
Yeah.
it back to
There's
But-
a ring.
Where
A few
were you?
days ago-
Were you here for Monday's show?
A few days ago, we
Uh-huh.
established Justin got married.
When?
We established
Over the
that, what was it,
weekend.
Monday?
What?
Yeah, it was Monday.
Whoa.
It
You
was
need
Monday.
to show us that ring, bud.
Matt, are you hearing this in the newsroom?
I didn't get married.
Matt.
It was a joke on Monday, but Ryan doesn't remember at all, obviously.
Matt, where are you? Oh, man. Hey, I do want to say one serious thing.
Yeah.
Justice for Nayla. I'm wearing the shirt today very proudly. Camille Hodnick gave it to me about a year and a half ago. Justice for Nayla. Let child abuse not go unpunished in our community.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
For sure. Dakota Hunter already kind of made your entrance there, D, but how are you today?
I am doing fantabulous. Although it's just going to get just a tiny bit hot. Let's take a look at Links 1, and we will take a look at the HD News Now cam. There we go. And you can see the sunshine starting to peek through. Ryan, how do you like that sunshine?
I like the sunshine a lot. I like your
Yes.
shorts even better.
Yes, exactly. What you can't see at home is I've got my shorts on again.
We can
Because-
actually
Kick
see
your
it.
leg. Kick
Yeah,
your
you
leg.
can see
Kick your
I
leg.
got my shorts on
Oh,
again.
yeah.
You just screwed off all the viewers.
Yeah,
there.
I know. There goes half of our viewer base. But anyway, yeah,
All
you can
five
see
of
how
them
warm
gone.
it is. Exactly. You can see how warm it is already with that dew point of 65, making it feel like 80. But it's going to get hot as we go throughout the weekend. 80 to 87, bright sunshine, very warm and muggy, but it's going to get worse as we go throughout the week. There's a look at it for tonight. 65 to 71. We're not going to cool off a whole bunch. Partly cloudy, but still remaining muggy. So, Ryan, how do you like to combat the heat when you're trying to sleep?
Air conditioning, air conditioning, air conditioning,
Air
and
conditioning.
plenty of water. Plenty
Exactly.
of water right here.
I agree. Lots of water.
I've never had a
Very
vodka
important.
cranberry in my life.
No?
Do you believe that?
I don't believe it.
Do you believe that? Does anybody
How
believe?
could you not? It's like the best drink ever. It's what I'm drinking in here. No,
I was
you would
I
never
was in a new restaurant yesterday afternoon. Michelle Turner owns called Group Therapy. And I was talking to Michelle, she's a longtime friend, and I was looking at the menu, and they have peach gray goose. How good does that
Goose?
sound? Peach gray goose.
You mean like a cooked?
Well, Grey Goose like the wine,
Grey
right?
Goose like the vodka.
Or it's vodka?
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
pardon
it's high,
me,
it's high
folks.
level vodka.
Oh, okay.
It's high level vodka. Peach vodka. How good does that sound?
Well, when he told me he went to group therapy, we were at the fitness
I
conference.
thought I was in a recovery meeting
I
or
thought
something.
he
Like,
was
what
in
the
a
heck?
recovery meeting because
I'm like, are you kidding me? No, I'm in a restaurant right
I'm
across
like, all
the
right.
street from the fitness
I'm
smoker.
like, cool, buddy. I'm going to stay at the gym. You can do whatever you want.
Hey, I worked out yesterday. I felt so good.
Yeah.
Wait till you see the amazing story that we came away with the fitness bunker.
It's
awesome.
It's inspirational. I don't think we'll have it next Monday because I'm still waiting on some like before pictures. It's
Right.
that good of a story.
Right.
But we will have it for you on Motivational Monday in the coming weeks.
It's
It'll
going to be
awesome.
so motivational. It's going to give true meaning to the word motivational.
Absolutely, absolutely. So Dakota, we'll talk to you in just a little bit. 'Cause
Indeed.
we've got
I'll
a
be
big
here.
heat wave coming up. Of course, we're scanning the comments as well. So if you out there want to talk to us, engage, let us know. We of course will talk to you. But, yesterday was a really, really sad day in the
we all going to die? Is he not going to leave until everyone in here is dead?
Now, police said the shooting suspect, Gerard Warren Ramos, was found hiding under a desk. He was identified using facial recognition because he altered his fingerprints. That's at least what police said. Now, he appeared in court this morning on 5 counts of first-degree murder after cops there said he shot his way into the newsroom, killing 4 journalists and a staffer and wounding 2 other people. As authorities work to find answers, the staff at the Capital Gazette remained defiant today, publishing Friday's edition of the paper with their own tragedy as the main headline. During their editorial session this morning, they left that blank, saying that they will continue to resume their editorial come Saturday, but for now, they are speechless.
Yeah. This story, I know a lot of our viewers are like, why should we care about something in Annapolis, Maryland? Well, let's put it this way. We have 7 radio stations in the city of Jamestown. We have a big newspaper, Post Journal. We have a growing online digital presence in WNYNewsNow.com. And what do all of these entities have in common? Because I've worked for 2 of the 7 or 2 of the 8.
Right.
These entities are not protected by security at all. Now,
No.
I don't know about Media One.
Right.
I think they're more heavily secured than KISS FM, 95.3 The Lake, and the Post Journal are. But if you look at these entities, you can walk right into KISS FM. And I hate to say this, but this is just true. KISS FM has a big security risk. I always felt a little strange doing my radio talk show because, as you know, you could just walk right in that door,
right,
and nobody would stop you unless you actually lock that door, which I hope they're doing this afternoon. But Justin, owning WNY News Now, we've come to understand that online threats are just part of the business.
Right. Right.
And we take them all the time. I will say that if anybody makes an online threat against WNY News Now going forward, I'm announcing right now, if anybody makes any threats against our lives in here, we are prosecuting you to the fullest extent of the law.
It's what you have to do.
And we will not be seeking...
It's a safety issue.
We will not be seeking local or state attention. We'll be seeking federal attention for this matter because, to be honest with you, it's just there are too many things on the line and things are getting too serious for us to continue to play around with these online predators, these online trolls. For God's sakes, I almost got hit by a car 3 weeks ago from a guy that we did a story on try to run me over in the middle of the street. I mean, people in communities across the country see journalists as snitches or covert
for whatever
operators.
reason.
Whatever we are journalists, we are recorders of history, we are people that tell it like it is, and we are increasingly becoming more and more targeted in communities across the world.
Right. And yesterday's events is a wake-up call, I think, to a lot of journalists in that you're not safe anymore. And regardless of whatever political side you're on, because a true journalist wouldn't take a side.
Right.
They wouldn't let people see it. Obviously, as an individual, you have a right to have a side. But everyone needs to wake up and realize that the shooting issue is a problem.
Right.
It is a problem. It is a problem for schools, for newsrooms, for government buildings. A lot of these crazed shooters, and police say this was a targeted shooting. At least it wasn't a lunatic, although he had a vendetta against...
He's a psychopath. He's been making threats against the Capital Gazette for the last 5 years.
Right. But he just wasn't some crazy guy who just got a gun and walked in there.
It's calculated.
They, in a way, I guess, knew that he didn't like them, but at the same time, who would to think that he would do something like this?
Right.
He did.
Right.
So we know that we have to do something, and at WNY News Now, we're going to protect ourselves.
Sure.
We have to.
Right.
And our doors are locked during the day. You can't get his keypad entry. You can't just barge into our studio.
And that's why I question the intelligence and the the clear thinking of that man that was, I'm not going to give him any more airtime than
Right.
he deserves, but
We
that
shouldn't
man
even have
yesterday
put
that,
face
that
up.
kept messaging us and wanted us to meet him at 11 o'clock at night, what type of sense does that
Right.
make? Honestly, I mean, this guy's a photographer in the city. Does it make sense to meet somebody for a photo shoot
At 11 o'clock?
At 11 o'clock
Right.
or 12
Right.
o'clock at night? I'm not that pressed to get a video, and I'm certainly not going to put my life on the line for one stupid-ass story.
Right.
It's really...
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
When we come back, talking about a stigma in the community, in the city of Dunkirk specifically, as we reported on earlier this week. Stay with us.
Turn to Brotherhood Property Maintenance for all your lawn care and landscaping needs. Serving both commercial and residential lots. Check out Jamestown's fastest growing landscaping crew on Facebook or call us now to book an appointment.
Brought to you by the people giving hope at Gifts Decor and More. With the controversial Kratom, Gifts Decor and More is giving hope to Southern Chautauqua County residents, one visit at a time.
The Main Landing Restaurant. Excellent service, awesome food, and a beautiful view.
Everything's made fresh here. We love to be outside, and it's nice outside if it's raining, so we have a choice.
Locals and non-locals agree that the Main Landing is quickly becoming a destination.
It's just so casual, and just the food is amazing.
I love the hamburgers.
But I really like the tuna I had.
The Main Landing Restaurant. Excellent service, awesome food, and a beautiful view.
And welcome back to New and Noteworthy on this Friday, woohoo, mid-morning after.
Where are the margaritas? I thought they were going to be like a Friday tradition,
Jay.
Justin.
I know. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't bring any today. We matched out our budget last week.
We still love you just the same.
Oh, man.
So we wanted to talk about public concerns about this methadone clinic in Dunkirk, and I know Ryan, you're very passionate about this story as well. But basically, earlier this week there was a report in local media and a meeting between residents in Dunkirk and church officials because they're upset about this methadone clinic that could be going in the city. Well, New York State Office of Alcoholism and Substance Abuse Services released a statement to us, which we sought after New York State Senator Kathy Young released a letter to them saying you need to move this clinic. It's going to bring horrible things to the community. And they said, obviously there is a stigma out there right now of people in the community. This is a look at the Catholic school that Young and residents there are concerned about this clinic being near. So basically, Young wrote the agency this week, and she said that the centers like this often are a magnet for drug dealers looking to sell drugs to vulnerable people who are in recovery, and she's afraid that it being so close to the school, it's going to cause problems.
Yeah.
However, the government agency is saying that's false. These facilities are designed to help a special population, quoting them, such as people with an array of substance use disorder services, and they're offered, and many times the agency says this stigma overshadows these facts, that there is no data to show that drug dealers seek these clinics and these services. So the question here is, what's going to happen? Do we know? Young says no, parents say no, state says yes.
This is interesting because I'm reading an article about Kathy Young in 2017. The title of this article is Senator Kathy Young Talks Heroin and Other Drugs. And it's a bill that she recommended passing, and she co-sponsored this bill that was passed by the Senate. It strengthens existing laws to facilitate the successful prosecutions of major drug traffickers. One of the entities in the bill provides enhancements for drug dealers that are caught around playgrounds and at play parks, and it said the statute currently providing increased penalties for the sale of controlled substances. The bill increases the penalties for dealers who sell drugs on school playgrounds or daycare centers by expanding the provisions to include parks and playgrounds that may not be directly attached to the school, which enhances the DA's ability, except if he's Patrick Swanson, to crack down and prosecute drug dealers who target sales to children. Okay? So my whole thing is this. All this speculation about drug dealers selling around playgrounds to daycare centers to kids, she is fear-mongering. She's not doing any justice to the actual reality of the drug dealing that's going on in these communities. I can tell you that there are, let me think about it, there are 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, there are 15 places I know in this city that are not by parks, playgrounds, play areas, or daycare centers that drug dealing is probably going on as we speak. Okay? So what does placing a methadone clinic have to do with children? What does it have to do with daycare centers? What does it have to do with schools or churches?
I think in this specific instance, Young is afraid that this increased traffic to these recovering addicts and the possibility in her mind and in the mind of many parents out there, many people are on this side, that you would see bad things happen near the school.
Okay.
So just put the methadone clinic somewhere else.
Here's the thing. Has anybody out there in the audience ever encountered like a drug addict or an alcoholic who's recovering and they're like, oh, we don't want to drink around Junior because we feel like Junior's going to be triggered by the drink, or we don't want to smoke pot around Theodore because we think Theodore is going to go back on the loony bin. It's not necessarily what you place in front of addicts. Addicts are going to use, whether day, night, hell, high water, circumstances, they are going to use if they want to use any time of day.
But they don't want to, but parents don't want to expose their children to that.
Correct, but necessarily we're already exposing our kids to that. But just by driving them around, going into a grocery store, let's be honest, if you were to go to Tops or Walmart right now, it's close to the first of the month. What are you going to see in the city of Jamestown and in Lakewood right now? You are going to see what we consider to be garbage, trash, white trash, walking around the stores in their pajamas and really just not taking care of themselves. Those people, I guarantee those people are on drugs. We expose our kids knowingly or unknowingly to drugs every day. In every circumstance, we cannot hide kids or shield kids or protect kids from the reality which we are facing right now. We just can't. And by Young talking about this and forcing this methadone clinic to almost go and hide somewhere for these addicts to go and hide to get their methadone so they don't stick a needle in their arm is asinine to me. She's fear-mongering.
But everybody doesn't want it in their neighborhood. And that's one of the problems, is the fact that you need this service.
But they don't want what in their neighborhood?
The methadone clinic, the rehab facility, because it brings that stigma, the stigma that so many people try to break down, and at the same time, it's almost like you want to protect the kids, which is what the parents and Young are trying to do. Right. You know, in my opinion, I think that maybe the methadone clinic shouldn't be there. Maybe it should be downtown next to the courthouse.
National Comedy Center.
No, next to the courthouse.
Why? So now we're putting it next to Taco Hut. Now we're putting it next to Taco Hut where kids and families...
No, I'm talking about Dunkirk.
Okay.
This is in Dunkirk, right?
Yeah, right. Okay.
Like if you're going to have one in... You know,
that's still a heavily populated area, though. That's still
people go downtown.
Dunkirk is pretty, still pretty
right
nice.
Next to a school, though. I think that's
Isn't
why
there a
there's
school
concern.
by a courthouse. Let's take a look at the Google
We have
Maps.
to go to commercial break.
Okay.
But the thing is, like,
this is a good conversation to have.
I get what Young is trying to fight. I respect that. But at the same time, you still need these services, and you still need the methadone clinic because people are suffering.
You got to put them somewhere, man.
You do. You do.
You got to put them somewhere.
When we come back, Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter with some info on a heat wave this weekend. Stay with us.
The weather is heating up, and so are the deals at Express Bike and Auto, right here in Jamestown, located at 1761 Foot Avenue Extension. They are your one-stop shop for all of your vehicle, ATV, and motorcycle needs. They even sell vehicles, and guess what? Financing is available. So what are you waiting for? Get to Express Bike and Auto right here in Jamestown at 1761 Foot Avenue Extension now.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvanna Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
And welcome back to New and Noteworthy. A heat wave is coming our way this weekend. New York State officials warn senior citizens mainly and young people to be careful as they go outside. As always, you drink lots of water. You go inside the air conditioning. But really, how hot will it get? Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter is here to tell us more. Hey, Dakota.
Indeed, it is going to get pretty warm out there. And, speaking about that, guys, and, we actually just had this issued pretty much this morning. The National Weather Service issued a heat advisory for all of Western New York, and much of the state for that matter. It goes until 10 p.m. on Monday. So the bottom line is, it's going to be hot, folks. That's just the bottom line of it.
Air conditioning
Air
needed,
conditioning,
right?
yes. As a matter of fact, get this kind of air conditioner right here that goes like this, because you're going to be needing that. And I wanted to throw this graphic up again because, I do like to break it down a little bit. The dew point temperature is a measurement of how much moisture content there is in the atmosphere. We're going to be living in the 70s, so it's going to be nasty, sticky, and just absolutely downright deplorable. Now, here is, and that's not a knock on any political candidate either. Anyway, let's, or is it? We don't know, folks. Anyway, you can see right here, this is exactly what we're expecting. This is going to be a dangerous level of heat and humidity. So, again, I'm not going to tell you heat tips. I don't like those things. It's common sense. You know what to do. Stay inside during the hottest part of the day. Drink plenty of water.
Do you really
get into
know
air
what to do?
conditioning. I don't like heat tips.
You know what? I'm going to go running without my shirt off. Without my shirt
That
on.
might keep you cool.
Yeah,
that'll work.
Yeah, that's actually going to work, and I'm going to get a major tan this weekend. And I'm
Just go around. Hey, Ryan.
What?
Hey, Ryan. Yeah. Just go out in your boxers. That's even better. Although you don't want to see me in just my boxers because that's scary.
We're going to the fitness bunker this weekend. All of us.
Oh, yeah. Together. We're going to get a bus. We're just going to pick people up.
Yeah, sure. In the in the company vehicle, we're just
gonna
pick everybody up in the company vehicle. Anyway, you can see here the orange bar is essentially how hot it's going to feel, and 96 degrees is our forecast high for Sunday. The all-time highest temperature ever recorded for the city of Jamestown is 100. That occurred in July of 1988. So you can see we're going to make a run at that. Yeah.
We're going to break it. We're going to break it.
I don't think we're going to hit 100. We're going to come close. You can see there. And now I had to revise the forecast because if you watched just yesterday, I had us down into the 80s for the holiday weekend. Well, for the holiday week.
Yeah.
Not anymore. I think the new model guidance is really trending with this 90-degree heat staying with us. And it looks like we don't cool off until next week.
You know what's funny? We always complain about the cold during the winter.
Exactly, yep.
And then the heat during the summer.
We're perpetually ungrateful.
Yeah,
exactly.
We should be grateful for
We're having a heat
wave.
Like a heat wave.
All right, Dakota, thank you.
You're welcome.
Since the day I met you, yeah, you swept me.
First Defense Weather is sponsored by Quick Solutions of Jamestown. Count on Quick Solutions for printing, copying, mass mailings, and so much more. Part of your team. Learn more at QuickSolutionsUSA.com. That's QuickSolutionsUSA.com.
The Fitness Bunker in Lakewood is a locally owned and operated club that cares about your health and wellness. They invest in it. Right now,
$16 for 16 days will get you in the door. Lose 4 pounds, your next month is on them. Try a Green Zone class and maximize your performance. Hot yoga, 24/7 access. Simply walk into Fitness Bunker in Lakewood right now on Summit Avenue. Make an investment in your health and wellness. Fitness Bunker in Lakewood. Find them on Facebook.
WNY News Now is sponsored by Chautauqua Audio Works, 3335 South Roberts Road in Fredonia. More than a music store. Call 679-4333. Call now, 679-4333.
And welcome back to New and Noteworthy. Look at this guy. Okay, listen to this story. It's kind of crazy. Police in Ohio arrested him after they say he broke into a house where 2 women were inside. Now, according to one of the women, the man was sitting in the kitchen eating their Frosted Flakes. After she told him to leave, he did peacefully, but he took her ID card. Police eventually were able to identify the man because he left his wallet on him. He was arrested Thursday, and it turns out that the door of the house he entered was left unlocked. And authorities there are reminding people to lock your doors because people will come inside and steal your Frosted Flakes.
So in 2011, I want to go back to this Annapolis shooting just to put this in context because we have people that follow our page that we've blocked, okay? Mm-hmm. In 2011, they ran a story about this guy harassing a classmate on social media and how it could lead to criminal charges. The LA Times says after years of unsuccessfully suing the newspaper for defamation, Ramos shot the victims Thursday afternoon and hid under a desk where police found him. That's scary. The attack began at 2:40 p.m. when 170 people were working inside the 5,000 square foot complex. It's owned by the Baltimore Sun, as the Capital Gazette. Reporters who witnessed the shooting said they dived under their desk for protection. Some said they tried to not breathe or make any sound. Some screamed and others pleaded for help on Twitter. Wow. Said the grudge began in 2011 after the paper ran a column about him harassing a former high school classmate on social media and the criminal case against him. He sued the columnist and the organization's editor and the publisher for damaging his reputation, but a court ruled in the newspaper's favor and Ramos ultimately lost an appeal. And that, my friends, is the definition of crazy. That is why we take extreme caution. And for all you out there that think that you can, play with our lives in a messenger inbox, I guarantee you, the next time anybody sends any threatening, you can send all the "you guys suck" all you want.
Right, that's fine.
I hate WNY. I don't care if you send that because
freedom of speech. You don't have to like us. Yeah. I agree.
That will actually make us better because sometimes that criticism, I welcome that because that helps us